Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to your practice. I'm Trin Henderson. I'll be guiding you through today's chair yoga practice. This is a great class for seniors and for beginners, but of course there's something for everyone in every class. So go ahead and grab a sturdy chair if you're not already seated. Lock it if it has wheels. Preferably you have no arm rests so that you can move yours freely. But if you do, no worries, we'll work around it. And I always encourage students to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Let your feet be free here. We are going to work on the total body. There's no particular focus here other than being present in the moment, being open to whatever the postures have to offer you, and returning to your breath whenever your mind starts to wander. Okay, so we'll get started by checking in on how you're feeling, how you are arriving in this space. And maybe that means that you soften through the feet a little bit and kind of shift until you find a comfortable way to sit. You can have your hands turned down on your thighs, or maybe you turn your palms up. Or if you want to bring them in a little closer, you can cradle one hand on top of the other. And then for a moment to check in with the breath, you're welcome to close the eyes or take the gaze down to the floor. Notice where you can feel the breath. Can you send a few cleansing inhales and exhales to any spots that are still holding on to tension or still gripping? And take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it go with an audible sigh out through your mouth. And then if your eyes were closed, go ahead and flutter them open. Find a position for your hands on top of your thighs. And sit up nice and tall, like you're trying to bring the top of your head up to the ceiling. So finding as much length through your spine as you can. And then slowly bring your right ear over to your right shoulder. And if you'd like, you can take your left hand down so that gentle gravity pulls the shoulder away from the ear. And then slowly start to roll your chin in toward your chest. And then back over so that your ear is toward your shoulder. We'll do that 2 more times. And then roll through the center and come up on the other side. So left ear to left shoulder, option to take your right arm off to the side. And then once again, 3 times, 3 rolls in through center. And 1 more time. And this time, when you get to the center, hold there. You can bring both your hands back to your thighs. And then start to lift your chin, take your eyes up with you, maybe give a little kiss to the ceiling to stretch out the front of the neck. And then slowly bring the chin back down, tuck the chin. Lifting your head once again, optional ceiling kiss. And back through center. And then you're going to take your hands and kind of pull down on the right side of your clavicle, your chest here, and then tip your ear in the opposite direction. Just kind of changes the direction of the stretch and, where you feel the sensations. And then on to the other side. Very good. And then shake out the hands, and we'll take our hands, our fingers, to our shoulders. And imagine that you have a marker on the end of each elbow and you're drawing circles on a canvas that is next to you. And you want to slowly get those circles to be really big. And then change directions and imagine that you're thickening the circles that you just drew. Good. And then still moving through the shoulders, but we'll take the hands down, start to roll one shoulder at a time. And if your body's feeling ready to add a little twist in there, go ahead and take that option now. All the while still finding the breath, noticing where the breath is moving through the body, releasing tension through the feet and through the face. Good, one more time. Good. And then roll both of your shoulders forward. Two more times here. Very good. Then start to open the arms and close the hands. The back of the palms will touch and your chin will tuck. So opening, maybe leaning back, coming forward, back of the hands touch. So as I close in, I exhale. And as I open the arms and lean back, I inhale. Twice more. And then from here, you can take your hands to your thighs and we'll start to mobilize the spine a little more with some cat and cow. So that same tucking motion. Stick the chest forward, the belly comes forward, the shoulders roll back, the gaze lifts. And on an exhale, go in the opposite direction. So the hands slide past the knees, the chin tucks. Three more times from here. So the combination of both the cat and the cow will count as one. And here's two. And then check in once again, maybe shift your weight side to side. Just notice how your body feels. Look out at something else further off into your room. And then coming back through center, we'll take a side bend. So take your right arm and bring it across. So you're reaching across your body, grabbing outside the opposite leg. And then your other arm comes up and reaches over. So we've got right arm across the body, left arm up and over, left finger spread really wide. Long line of energy from the very tip of the middle finger down, all the way through the arm, the side body, the hip. and then we'll switch. So other arm across, other arm up and over. And you can look wherever is comfortable. So for me, it kind of tends to be with a tucked chin down a little bit. It puts less stress on my neck. Side to side. We'll go 2 more times on each side. So here's 1. And 1. 2. Good. You're going to walk the feet a little wider, heel toe the feet so that your toes point out, and come to about the center of your chair. So we're in a wide stance, center of your chair, sitting up nice and tall here. You're going to take your right arm inside the leg and lift the other arm up. So this time you can actually look up at the hand, the raised arm, the left arm. And then we'll switch. So right arm lifts, left arm is down. Switch. So I'm pressing my arm into my leg to create a little stability here so that my legs are not collapsing in. I also have the strength of my glutes helping to keep my legs open. So this is a very active posture here. Switch 1 more time on each side. And then as you come down, take your hands onto your knees with your fingers pointing in. We'll do a shoulder stretch, shoulder dip. So I'm going to dip one shoulder at a time in toward the center. Exhale, dip. Inhale back up. And once more each side. And then walk the feet back into about hip distance. Take your hands off. We'll circle the arms all the way up and exhale, bring them down to heart center. Reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. 3 more times. Last one. Close down the eyes. Checking in with all the sensations. Notice everything. Deep breath in through your nose. Full exhale, then start to hinge forward and take this into a forward fold. So you're resting your upper body on top of your thighs, your hands, your arms come off to the sides of your legs, making sure that your hands touch something. So your fingertips can touch the floor, or maybe you grab onto your ankles, your feet. Maybe you're at your shins or your knees. As long as your hands are not dangling out, make sure that they anchor somehow. And then tuck your chin to your chest so the full length of your back releases. And then slowly, slowly make your way up. And we're going to take this fold a little deeper by opening up the legs. So we're going back to our heel-toed position. You can circle the arms up, bring the hands down, and then slowly start to hinge forward as you take this deeper. Once again, the hands touch something here. And then slowly make your way back up. You can walk your hands up your legs. You could roll the shoulders back on the way up. That sometimes feels really good. And then heel toe the feet back into hip distance. Now sitting up nice and tall here, you're welcome to grab onto the edges of your chair as we take our marches. So flexed foot, knee drives up to the ceiling. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic. You want to keep your upper body as steady as possible so that you're not trying to yank your leg all the way up. Just enough that you can engage the tops of the thighs, drive the knees to the ceiling, and keep the feet flexed. And then you're going to take your, let's do the left side. So take your left hand to your left knee and start to circle that knee open. So externally rolling the hip. Good. And then switching to the other direction. So rolling the hip in. And then we'll switch to the other side. So open first. And then coming in toward the center. And then reach down and pick up your left ankle and cross it over the right thigh. So you want to flex that foot. Do your best to have the ankle bone hanging off the edge here. Take one hand to your knee and one hand to your ankle. Just kind of rock side to side. Once again, noticing everything, noticing every sensation, noticing how the outer hip feels. And if you like the rocking, you can keep that. If you want to stay still and then slightly hinge forward, you have lots of options here. Do what feels best. Always do what feels best. Do what feels like you can find that balance between the ease and the effort. So here's a little effort to sit here and keep this leg in place, but there's also an ease in sinking into the stretch. So find yourself right in the middle. And take 3 breath cycles, so full inhale, full exhale. And then gently, so that you don't slingshot your leg, take it off. And then reach down, grab the other ankle, cross it over, flex that foot. Rocking if it feels good. Stillness and hinging if that feels good. Breath. And then carefully unraveling. Good. And then extend your legs. You're going to pump your feet. This is a great one for circulation. especially of the lower body. It seems so simple. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. Just pumping the feet, like you're tapping on the brakes. And then calf raise, so lift the heels. Lift the heels. And then my last favorite sneaky one for circulation of the low body is butt squeeze. So squeeze the cheeks together. That should lift you up just a little bit, and then release. Squeeze your butt cheeks and lower down. 5 more. 3. And 1 more, last one. Great. Short and sweet. All the way from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. Chair yoga, gentle chair stretches. That's what you'll find here on my channel. I hope you enjoy this practice. I hope you return to it anytime that you need a little release. Thank you so much for making time. Take care.